Ladies and gentlemen, we're officially back. We're wasting time at this point. It is, and we're just waiting patiently to go communist, which we should be going communist any day now. We're at 72. We got popularity that we need. So in a little bit, all we really have to do is to simply click a button, which is what we need to do. And then we'll officially go communist. And, going communist would be kind of cool, because we'll be communists and everything will be so much better once we go communist. We have a lot of troops being trained. We have a deficit in some stuff, but we're catching up. This is the one that concerns me the most. 137 days low, which is actually not that much. Need to be, not you. Obviously, we need all our stuff thrown into tanks. The more people we go into tanks, the better. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, we have 15. That's what we want, right? Yeah. So we got like a full production line going of these little mini tanks. Obviously, once we get to we'll go up to like, it doesn't matter. We have the factories churning out tanks. The tanks will eventually be churned out, and we can focus our energies on other crap. So we have to be a little, and after all, we're going communist, so you need to be getting used to having, like, shortages of random crap. There we go. Sport equipment, we're short. Alright, 48 days. I'm not that worried about it. Cool, we got artillery shells. That's hedgehog or squid or whatever one you want to call it. So in this, it doesn't seem like they have light cruisers at all. I mean heavy cruisers or light cruisers or one or the other. Which I don't understand. Like, if we're going to do this now, though, it's going to take a shit ton of time. Yeah, here it is. Heavy ship hull. Actually, that's the battleship section. Alright. And that's if we wanted to do an airplane catapult, which eventually we're going to need to put halts on stuff. Makes sense to eventually be able to get radar. This. Not like going ahead of time, but I am. That's not really ahead of time. Improve the infantry equipment so they could have stuff to play with. And so this is it. We're got 11 strategic bombers. Now, what I mean, we're getting more of those every single day. Is there a war going on? Not really. Besides that stuff happening over in Spain, in which, like, it seems like we'll check it on them in a second. Japan is keeping to themselves. Yeah, it's pretty much nothing. Yeah, it's sufficient. Yeah, that's a 1939 tech. There we go. Just go with you. There we go. Almost enough to click that button and go commie. And we'll be going commie, and we'll be able to, like, talk to our socialist brothers in USSR, which, is neat. They probably have all kinds of good stuff happening over there. I mean, I don't know if this is, like, kind of, like, weird, like, the Democratic side in which you could just, like, take over large chunks of the land and everyone still loves you. I just don't know what we could actually do, too. Like, are we going to be able to bypass Hitler because, like, it seems like we'll be able to, like, bypass some of this stuff. Maybe, I mean, it's not cheating, but it's kind of cheaty. Things are going down a little bit. A lot of these are on martial law. That's the way the world works. Should be used to it by now. I mean, you're going communist soon. Alright, we're at 100. We're at 100. So we're going to be doing our referendum. Communist demand referendum. Marxist ideas took root in the German Reich a long time ago, but have gained much more widespread support lately. The movement has spread outside political theory and into political practice, with disgruntled workers and even some high-profile celebrities voicing support. The communists call this class consciousness. The NSDAP, Nationalistisches Deutsches Arbeiterpartei, call it a fast track to riots and treason. Showing little faith in Adolf Hitler being willing to implement the reforms they demand, the more vocal communists have called for an immediate referendum to have the current government removed. While we might be able to reverse the momentum of this mass movement, failure to do so would doubtlessly result in the more popular communist method of removal. Revolution. Oh yeah. We are now officially communists, ladies and gentlemen. We got the East German flag. And we got Peak. Yeah, he's exiled. He's going to come back sooner or later. General Staff, autarky. So yes, ladies and gentlemen, we're communist. And as I said before, we're a communist, and we have to, like, see what kinds of neat stuff we could do. We could give Yoda Guderian, because Guderian obviously has no problem serving, like, as we see here. The problem I'm kind of afraid of is Austria does something. But, yeah, whatever. We're going to be going to war against who? Hungary? Fine. Justify a war goal. Can we do like a... No, we can't redo like a communist thing. But ultimately, if Hungary wants to go to war for us too, that's fine. Because we can take over some more land. Are you like friends with anyone? No, you're just friends with Austria. I'm sorry, Horthy, but we're going to be steamrolling you over soon. And, you will be able to, like, have communist jokes with each other. And So now we have a 500,000. We have enough to do Anschluss next. Just want to see how close we are. Yeah, we're getting up there. Soviet Union probably loves us now because, after all, we're communists. So, if you're like a communist nation, your brothers, like over in the Soviet Union, like in theory, they would try to help you out, because like you're the new kid on the block, and they would want to like show you how to do the whole communist thing. Because, right now I don't know how to do the communist thing. I'm a new communist. And right now I'm assuming like large, like depressing apartment blocks are being like built, and they'll probably like parties and stuff, like some people are celebrating, some people might not be celebrating, some people, it's communism. So it depends really who you talk to, like what's really going on right now. I mean, there hasn't really been an election in which the communists have won, but I'm assuming it's like less bloody compared to like a revolution. And there's probably like politics involved. Like it's like you just can't like wake up and all right, let's build a light cruiser. I think apparently we could change our freaking convoys if we wanted to. Deutschland, pound your skeef. See, the Hepper class is huge. That's the heavy cruiser. That's my cruiser sub. I'm not interested in showing outdated equipment. This is cruiser hull D, which is superior to cruiser hull E, apparently. This is the Hippo class proper. Let's see what goodies we have. Yeah. We want anti-air too, because we're building something bigger next. Sorry. Why are we having torpedoes on a heavy cruiser? I disagree with that, but we have medium battery. Yeah, we got that. This is the anti-air. We want anti-air too. Fire control system, obviously. We want a fire control 1. We want an Escarot. We want a good engine. Not a shitty engine, but a good engine. Secondary battery 2. Done. So we just sunk a lot of crap into this one, obviously. This is not going to be the whole F. What should we name this after? I don't know, a famous ship. What type of class? Rough Spay class. Yeah. And rename. So we're going to build this graph spay class. I know it's ugly because it's all in all caps, but what the hell are you supposed to do, you know? Kids nowadays. It'll take you a year to build it, which is a crying effing shame. You'll be done soon, and then we can build some more subs. But, you know, time is slowly ticking by. The treaty with the USSR is going to be happening soon, and then we're going to be able to do an Anschluss. And when we do an Anschluss, we'll be able to take over Austria and get stuff. Because, you know, we need stuff for our country. And that's good. It is 1938 now, which is good. So we're taking along. We got support equipment. We got strategic bombers. We got fighters. 245 of the bloody things. And the funny thing, too, we'll actually be doing the Anschluss kind of like when it actually happened. Which is fine, you know. Light tanks. 99 days. We'll have those tanks all set up before you know it. This is done. So we have something that was built. Both of these aren't done yet, unfortunately. So we got a cruiser, that. This is just the one thing that we just built. And of course we're just going to be giving them free-in. There you go, 24 of them. Yo! We go to Monstein. And things are doing good. But this is what I like to see, is that we now have communism in our country. You know, it's Wilhelm Pieck is leading us to glory. And Thielman has been let out of his captivity. And is doing, like, things. And we got all the famous people, like Milka, and all those people that, you know, people pretty much just hated. And this is what we have now, unfortunately, is communism in our country. And, you know, I'm not exactly sure what we're supposed to do at this present moment. I mean, for at least for this fate of this campaign, I'm just thinking like the best thing to do is bring communism to as much land as possible. Using every single exploit we have in this DLC, where we'll be doing the Anschluss next. And obviously if we have to, it's like this. Okay, good. But, you know, a lot of this stuff I'm thinking is we could bypass. And once we bypass it, we can, like, do stuff. And that's what I want, ultimately. And then just hopefully, like, I want to join the Comintern. It makes sense to join the Comintern, right? Like, will you offer me membership of your most glorious Comintern? Yeah, that's, of course, if you have it yet. Like, you would think you would have to... Yeah, you have the Comintern. Or do I have to, like, destroy my own faction? I think I have to destroy my faction first. Here I am. But, you know, this is... This man... Romania is trying to improve relations with us for reasons I don't exactly understand. But I'm thinking we just say bye-bye to the Axis faction. So at least this way, now we could go to these people and see if they would be willing to what's it I don't understand? They have strategic reasons to be hostile to me. See, if I become a member of the Comintern, you know, they would I just don't know how exactly that works out if they end up going to war with someone low, because, you know, I don't want to go to war with someone if I don't have to. And I'm kind of cowardly like that. I know. I admit it. But I like to have my own decisions when it comes to, like, going to war. But, you know, at the same time, later on, when we do things with Poland, like take them over, you know, we will be in a situation where being a member of the Comintern will be very helpful. And in that situation, we'll be able to take over large chunks of land for the glories of the German nation. And if Britain's going fascist, kind of like how my country is, we will probably be able to do stuff without them, like, bothering us too much. At least, you know, they're not going to be, like, fighting for freedom or anything like that. They'll just be doing whatever. But in 70 days, like 90 days, when we begin to Anschluss, there might be a good chance we'll be going to war against both Austria and Hungary, which will be fine because it'll actually be kind of warmer weather, so that's one less of a problem on our back. Our tank situation should be resolved by then. Support equipment, obviously. I see no reason at this present moment why we can't do a motorized unit. I mean, I prefer to have some sort of oomph in my units, but we'll be able to produce that halfway soon if we're doing the whole friends with the Soviet route. So at least that way we could do some sort of we could produce some sort of medium tank to at least have, like, some other thing going on. Treaty with the USSR is done. Let's see if they love us. Because if anything, you know, first thing what to do, Anschluss time. You know what time it is. It's Anschluss time. 70 days. We're doing Anschluss. And let's see if the Soviets want to, like, play tank games with us. Because it'll be nice, you know, if we could play tank games with them. And it'll be actually kind of wise at this moment to think about the actual possibility that there's going to be war soon. So, front line. Of course, they're going to accept. Because they love us. And we don't have a front line against Hungary. We'll actually literally have to bash into them after we take care of Vienna. Yep. Alright, Witzleben. You know the deal. There we go. Move them in here. Liberty. Oh, yeah, you're going to have that liberty soon. You're going to have so much liberty soon because, you know, you'll have the, like, the liberty of the people. You know, because, like, the people will be giving you liberty because it'll be a liberty because of, like, you know, you're going to be, like, freed from your chains. You know, because you have to unite. The workers of the world are going to have to unite, and all they're going to lose, of course, are their chains. And in order to do that, of course, the best thing to do is just to begin massing our forces. There we go. On their border. Pretty sure we have a lot more planes than they do. If there's war, it's good because we'll have plenty of experience because we need that. What are we going to do? Apparently we don't have any divisions, one thing, because they're being harassed over in Alsace-Lotharingen. Because that's rightful German clay. And that needs to be deleted. And that's done. Good. Figure out what we're going to research next. I think these are 39 techs. Yep, they're 39 techs. So that means we could do this next, which is decimetric radar and build radar stations, which we need, obviously. And time is ticking by towards what's probably going to be a war. And Witzleben. Actually, just get rid of this order. Oh, that's Monstein's order. Yeah, that's... Okay, we have 21 units. This is Army 1. Witzleben is here. Monstein is over here. This is Monstein's army. My apologies. But we know the deal at this point, and is that Monstein, we could actually be a little bit more careful. Okay, yeah, we did something wrong. Alright, yeah. Oh, no, I don't want 24 units over here. The goal is to actually have it a little bit more there. Good. And I'm just going to have them smash, obviously, right over here to block all these fellas off. Which will make the most logical sense, because this game, if anything, it's like a game of Othello. If there's anything like this game emphasizes, it's blocking people off. And I'm probably actually going to be having Guderian have like more of a reserve role, and once we fallback line, area defense, here, and here. Good. Because I just want you guys to be over there, and once we find some sort of opening, then I'm just going to drive you guys in. At least in that way, it'll be at least a little bit more strategic. Basically, the infantry is going to bash open a hole, and the motorized units are just going to go and rush right through that hole. Monstein, these mountains are annoying me. Oh yeah, no. Okay, offensive line. I don't like the Alps, so you're not going to be going anywhere near them. Go right down that way. Alright, please. There we go. What I don't like is that apparently they're not doing that. They're going to be doing the opposite way and going through all these things and leaving this area. Which is great. So, I'm going to end the recording for a second, and I'll be right back. Once again, like, subscribe, leave a comment, visit my website, evilsexoffender.com.